The Wall Street Journal editorial writers and the Fox News personalities, uh, Fox doesn't have any journalists, have claimed that Harris is attempting to buy votes with her plan to cancel some student debts, more appropriately described as Biden trying to do that, and that she would continue trying to do so. But Donald Trump never floats proposals to buy votes, in their opinion, even though that is exactly what he has been doing for several weeks now in the silly season just prior to an election, with promises flowing freely without regard to fiscal consequences. I'm going to discuss some of those proposals in this video and the fiscal consequences, particularly as they impact when Social Security will go bankrupt. Trump proposes no federal income taxation on overtime. He wants to eliminate the federal taxation of Social Security benefits, which was one of the measures implemented many years ago that postponed for a while the insolvency of the Social Security Trust Fund. I'm about to quote a page from the Social Security website on when this legislation was passed. Quote, the taxation of Social Security began in 1984 following passage of a set of amendments in 1983, which were signed into law by President Reagan in April 1983. These amendments passed the Congress in 1983 on an overwhelmingly bipartisan vote, end quote. The Congressional Research Service, one of the number crunchers, noted in a September 23rd, 2024 publication that the Social Security Trust Fund received $50.7 billion from taxes on Social Security benefits last year, and importantly, the Medicare received $35 billion. So those are the tax on Social Security benefits is an important funding source for both Social Security and Medicare. 85% of my Social Security benefits is included in my taxable income, which is the maximum amount, and that has been the case since I started to receive benefits. While I'm not pleased about including that percentage in taxable income, I realize that the solvency of the Social Security Trust Fund depends on that funding. Those who propose eliminating the tax do not make any concrete proposals on how they're going to replace that funding source for both Social Security and Medicare. Trump also wants to remove federal taxation on tips, and Harris responded with a similar plan. Both are courting the voters in Nevada, which is a state that is up for grabs this election. There is a huge problem with Trump's proposals, and of course, Trump is not disclosing the consequences of what he wants to do, and the consequences are obvious. Removing taxation on tips and overtime pay would reduce payroll tax collection accruing to the Social Security Trust Fund. Eliminating the tax on Social Security benefits would remove an important revenue support for Social Security and Medicare. Trump's tariff proposals would increase inflation and consequently increase COLA increases for Social Security benefits. If Trump's proposals are implemented by him, the Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget, a non-partisan number crunching organization, found that the insolvency of Social Security would be advanced 3 years to fiscal 3031 from fiscal 2024. There would need to be a quote 33% across the board benefit cut in 2035, up from the 23% CBO projects in the current law, end of quote. Trump's proposals would require, quote, the equivalent of reducing current law benefits by about 1/3 or increasing revenue by about 1/2 to restore 75-year solvency. End of quote. What is missing altogether from both campaigns is how they plan to fund the upcoming Social Security bankruptcy before automatic cuts are required to benefits. Trump is only proposing to make it a lot worse. With no changes in tax policies, the estimate is that there would be a 21% cut in Social Security benefits in 2033. Trump wants to move that automatic cut forward in time to the fiscal year ending September 2031. The fiscal year for the federal government ends on September 30 of each year. I'm going to cite some links from what I have discussed in this video. It's something to think about when deciding whether Trump is being fiscally responsible when he makes these proposals.